is 6:03 or whatever. Thank you all for coming tonight. And I guess the first thing we want to do is go through the minutes. The last meeting, which was back in December. If everyone has perused those, are there any, and a motion to accept the minutes? Motion. The motion is seconded, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Good job, Danielle.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Danielle, as always.
No, thank you.
Okay, we do have one visitor tonight, Pam, is here tonight, coming, Pam.
Okay.
Hello, thank you for coming.
I want to know what's going on in my neighborhood.
You have any quick announcements from anyone? I didn't know there were Roberta's missing tonight. I hope she's okay, hope she's well.
So I do have something small.
Yeah.
A few meetings back when we had someone here from Sunnyside that was concerned about the
Yeah.
park, and she mentioned the water fountain and how it was broken, and they just came out and they shut it off. And so I did talk to Public Works about that, and the parts were ordered to repair it. It was right about the time the parts came in, because they were on back order, is when they were winterizing everything. So, they do have plans to, repair that in the spring.
Okay,
That's
good.
awesome.
And I did reach out to Jennifer, who was here at the meeting, and let her know that, 'cause she
Yeah,
was concerned
good.
about that, so.
Good.
What about the basketball court?
That's something we're still kind of waiting to see if anything could be done or whatnot, but, right now with the weather, I think we're all, like, something we will worry about in the spring or address again in the spring.
Okay, so tonight, I'm going to, once Roberta comes in, real late, we'll skip over the senior update. I do want to talk about, the youth commission tonight. Lisa will have the floor for that. How many people were able to, anybody else come out? Pam, I think you were here for the Ridge Sand project that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nelson, you were sitting up front, you were one of the VIPs up front. And so I know that like last year, the year before, this year, when he had got a couple of little cups of red sand and did it to my sidewalk too. We had a lot of people here that day. So it went rather well. Go back to 2025 for a minute. The Caroling on the Square, did not get off because of weather. That's the second time in 3 years that we've had to cancel that. Hopefully that will be able back on the agenda again for, 2026. I think all the other events, that went on in town, there was iffy weather in December, I know that, up to the museum, we had problems, doing certain things, opening up when we wanted to, we couldn't. Same way with Carroll Hall, it didn't get opened up when we wanted it to. Belmont had to put off one of their events, because of weather. So really, I guess when you're talking about outdoor events, talking about events at all, especially when there's snow in the forecast, or really bad weather, it sort of had to put the dent in it. So, but, so we move on to 26, and hopefully we'll be able to get, a lot done this year, and, be able to, get, things done for the community. I do want to mention one thing, and that is, I'll get to that here in a minute. I don't want to jump ahead too far ahead of myself here. Lisa has done a remarkable job in getting things together for, the youth commission. And she sent out an email to everyone with, her proposals. Was everybody able to get that?
Yes.
But I did reiterate.
Well, I know it just went out, so I, yeah, Mondays.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
when-
thought, we would give everybody time to kind of chew on it.
The revision, the revised one.
So the revised one, but then I sent, on Monday, I sent the draft application and a rubric.
Okay, I haven't seen that yet.
Okay, that was just,
Okay.
that was just Monday, but I figured I'd just maybe talk through it tonight and then give everybody a chance to look
Yeah.
over the next one, but I just wanted to get it out, so it's at least out there before tonight. Mike, do you want me to go over some of that?
Yes, you have the
Okay.
floor, Lisa, go ahead.
Okay, so guidelines, everybody's had, for quite some time.
Yes,
And then we made some updates. If you go on the link through the Google Doc, you'll see that there's some comments that I left in there just for like future consideration and that type of thing. Then Monday, I sent, just a draft application and then a scoring sheet that just goes along with the application that we might be able to use. Like I said before, we were looking for 8 to 12 members. I kind of feel if we keep at the lower end, even to start, that's good. Just to, because I'd like the youth that are on the council to help us develop the council as well, like them be part of what our action steps are gonna be and what's gonna be next and everything too. So, I mean, if we get a handful, that'll be great. I don't know what kind of response we'll get. So if everybody could just, in the next, few weeks, just take a look and see if you have any, suggestions or changes or something that, to see. Just any kind of, input would be great. Nelson and I talked this morning about, potentially adding a category, and so we'll just keep talking about that and see if that's something we want to do or not. But I think it just gives everybody time to kind of digest it. So I didn't give you a lot of time to digest it. But I did have a few questions that I wanted to run past everybody and just try to get some input. Is that okay, Mike? If we do
yeah,
that?
yeah, please,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so, and I think I put these in the email too. So
Mhm.
when we send this, I think there needs to be some sort of introduction with, like, some kind of short letter, if it's an email, a message or whatever. So my first question is, I was kind of hoping Patty would be here too, but everybody's opinion too. I was thinking maybe it would come like from Tabby, like from the mayor, like your.
Official letterhead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of
Mhm.
official to come from her, to explain what it is. That would be like, we want, whoever we're sending it to would be like either the email, like from Tabby, the guidelines, the application, and the rubric, actually. I like to show them the rubric, because I like them to know what they're ever scored on, So that was my first question, is who should it come from? And then we'll talk about who.
Yeah, I think the letter, that goes out to organizations comes from the mayor. I think
Okay.
that would be good. Now what she's gonna have to do, somewhere in that letter, she's gonna have to put a contact.
Yeah, that's on my list.
Okay, Madam Mayor, it's a very good idea. We'd like it. Who do we contact? Do we contact you or we contact someone else? And, it'd probably be best, for her to contact, someone on this committee along with CCing her at the same time, because we kind of do work for council, so.
Yep.
Um,
That's my last question on my list, so let's jump to that if you want. I mean, I'm willing to be a contact for that, because, so she doesn't have to field all that.
okay, I can too. I mean, she can give 2 numbers out, because this person or that person, I will funnel everything to you, if they call me and said. I would be asking some organizations of my own,
Yeah.
if they want to, take part in this. I already have asked a couple. The reaction so far has been okay. It hasn't been, no one screaming, jumping up and down, but I mean, it's been okay. It's been some interest, so, which is to me, which is a good thing.
Well, I
So-
think, it's gonna take a while, like I
Yeah.
said, if we get some, and look, if we don't at first, I know we're gonna be sending it to the school and stuff. I know some people at the school that I can kind of target. I know, Gabby that was here the first meeting. Do you remember Gabby and
Mhm.
Lindsay? I think they were in the back. She's really interested. But you know, just getting out for organizations, but that's my second question, actually, is I thought maybe we could come up with a list of everybody that we want to send it to and the contacts. So I don't know if we want to do it here or if we want to do it like via email, everybody just get some ideas together and send, because we can send it to as many people as we want.
Yeah, let me understand the organizations that we're gonna reach out to. Are we gonna reach out to those like daycares, or we gonna reach out to just organizations that have kids, or we're gonna reach out to, I just wanna make sure we're clear on.
Yeah, well, I was thinking first the schools,
Okay,
right? So that would be, just the schools that have 13, we're looking at 13 through 18.
okay.
Right, so middle and the high school.
Middle and high.
So I probably would start like with Deb Judy, to be honest, and then just let her know what we're doing. And then get it out to like JVM, CIS, middle school and high school.
So you talk to the superintendent first.
Yeah, just out of Thursday.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah.
So with that being said, it's always good to be present. So if you have, you have a liaison, but, if someone can do a presentation at the school, I would think that would be meaningful. Like, for example, I'm not be telling my age, but there was DARE. There's an actual police actually came into the school, actually in the classroom. So I was more impressed of the police being there than listening to everything about DARE. So, unity in the community, we have a face for that. I'm willing to speak. I'm willing to go in the suit and say, hey, this is what we got going on.
Are you talking about going in to speak to try to recruit the students to apply, or once we get the council up and going? Because like I mean, I'm with you. Like I would even get dressed and go with you. I didn't like put on some real shoes. You know, because I agree, like getting that, I don't know how, like, what I would think would be really cool is if we got this council together and we had students go and do that.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, but
students be at the
so
work.
that would be a training process.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
we don't wanna just throw them to the wolves.
Oh, no, we wouldn't.
So of
No, we
course,
gotta get them first.
on meetings like this, we'll come in and then maybe afterwards, hey, can you stay for a little bit? And let's talk about how we would talk, how we will present, because you know your peers. We don't, then bridge that gap.
And I actually had them meeting separately than this, and
Oh,
then
okay.
maybe coming to this. So I had like quarterly, like committing, that's part of it on here, that they commit to like a quarterly. Well, I had. This doesn't make sense. I have monthly meetings held once per quarter. That doesn't make sense. I'm like, that's, so, maybe monthly to start with, but I had like January, April, July, October, obviously we're not gonna hit. But so we met separately with them and then try to get them to come in too. So like they're committing to that, and that's actually on the application that they commit to do that too.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that would be great and to actually have people be able to talk to them also during those things.
Yes.
That would be great. I'm thinking for when we push this out, we're gonna have to get it out through some adults to get to the kids.
Yes.
Right? So that's why I was thinking if we did a list like schools, if we have like, I was thinking start at the district office so they know what's going on, hit the schools that we just talked about. And then some organizations that serve the 13 through 18-year-olds.
And like we
Pushing
talked
that through
on the
them.
phone, once you get
Yeah.
the parent, you get the kid.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
think once we
Yeah,
say, this is a safe place, this is
Yeah.
what, go on a resume, when you
Yeah.
go to college, this is community service.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, okay. And we had the two young ladies,
yep,
it can be an example.
Yeah.
So of course they have friends and then they tell their friends, just, in the locker room on the way to the classroom.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
We got the committee members
yeah.
and they have our back.
I think it's really cool that like we could start to
Okay,
build
yeah.
this and then that we could have a lot
Are
of
you,
even some.
Yes, yes.
anyway, we are presenting.
So,
Yeah.
let's
just
have
an
the
idea,
other
what
one.
about I Love Smyrna School
She said
District
you
Day?
had.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
but it
March
was-
14th from
Uh-huh.
8 to 2.
Oh, that's a great
And that
idea.
was last week.
So maybe if you get a table out there, that's
Yeah.
good, because you have the parents and like everybody in the same building,
Right,
and
you
you already
have-
have the crowd draw.
I
so-
would have.
Cause she tried to
Those
send it to
opportunities.
me, but I think the
Maybe, I
file's too
think Mike
big
talked
because
about,
our server has a limit.
Oh,
I
So
think
she
maybe
said
Mike
she was
talked
gonna give it
about
to you to give to
having
me.
a table there.
I'll have
like
to
a
ask
Looks
her,
Smart
yeah.
table even,
Okay.
I don't know. You sent a text, but I think it went to the wrong group. I think it went to the Asbury Cultural Park group about having a table at Smyrna.
I love Smyrna Day.
Over, I love Smyrna School District, yeah,
Uh-huh.
yes.
So
If we want to do that, then, I know Tabby called me when, we want a table there. Town of Smyrna will have one there. Whenever we wanted one there, we can, I mean,
If not, you can use them for that, maybe. Like if.
yeah, we could. Okay.
like, if we
I
had
think
to
this
already
is a
reserve
wonderful idea
tables.
and I'm gonna be out.
You'd be out of town.
I
Might
could
get
probably
picked
get
for
off that day.
Yeah. If y'all, I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
I should
yeah,
I would get
I
off
may
that
not be
day.
able
Yeah,
to take
March.
me either.
I'm gonna be.
I might be able to swing it.
Yeah,
Well,
February's no
Yes.
good for me, but March opens up.
in March.
I think having a table.
I
makes-
think having a
makes you
table is a
present.
great idea.
You get the face to face,
Mhm.
and it's not just something you read about.
Yeah,
Actually
I
get to talk, we always have a table, and I can't tell you how many people I interact with.
think that's a wonderful idea.
We rotate our shifts, so like I might do a 2-hour shift, and then I walk through all the tables and meet the different people that are there that provide services in the area.
Is there anything that we could give out or anything that day? Like,
Oh, that's the next question.
That's what I'm thinking. We should have like maybe a Parks and Rec table and then this youth council be part of it, you
Like
know, like.
notebooks or something,
Yeah.
for them to.
mhm.
So the youth council, the only thing is, do we want to wait that long for applications? Because that's my next question, actually, is like timeline. Like, do we want to push, because we need, like, when we want it to go out, I'm assuming sometime after our next meeting in February. And then we want to give them some time to respond. So that might be logical, say like, try to get applications in by the end of March or something.
I mean, it's like, yeah, that would still give them 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
So if we wanted the table, I'm going to do what I could to be there.
Okay, yeah, I just think we need to give them some time, we need people to give time to get it out, and then we need time to get up with the people to ask them if they actually got it out or not, you know, and to kind of follow up too. So if we got it out by the end of February, and then we followed up, I love Summer School District Days. I'm so
Make sure you
sorry, I'm
put it
leaving
the
on the 12th.
tidbits.
I know.
No, it's okay. It's,
Make sure you get it on the tidbits.
I think,
I know the kids aren't gonna be reading it probably, but their parents will. And it'll give them a better scope of,
Yep.
hey, what their kids getting involved
good
in.
idea.
Publicize as much as we can.
Yep.
So let's, if we did timeline, shoot to get it out at the end of February and then have our application due, should we say end of March or should we say mid-April?
What are we contacting the superintendent? Hey, is that?
Oh, I'll just go ahead and get up with her and tell her. we're
Okay.
gonna do it. Yeah, I'll make sure.
Excuse me, you have to use the pen.
Yes, you need to go.
But you don't, so you're doing it like a school year is like what, September to June? And you're coming in the tail end of the school year. So if people sign up, are they gonna flow into next year or some of the people?
Yeah,
that
I mean,
Graduated, college or?
well, it's an age thing, not a grade thing.
yeah.
So I think the age, like
Yeah.
the 13 to 18 age gap, like there might be some that age out, if you will, but.
But then they can be mentors.
That could be mentor, yeah,
And then
exactly.
maybe they could become part of this committee one day.
Yeah.
I'm hoping
Mentoring.
that we
To be our
have.
first choices for mentoring group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that we have a variety of age so that we have kind of a, some people who are going off and then we have some people who were younger who were on longer and then new people come in and, it just kind of rotates. I think we have to be flexible to see with that. And I mean, we could wait till the beginning of the school year, but I think getting them together and even just in the summer to start talking about this, like, it's gonna take a while to get them organized. So if we could meet with them up until the school year starts and then be ready with something once the school year starts,
I
that might
just
be pretty.
Was wanting to know what your vision was.
Yeah.
How about if we say mid-April,
Okay,
okay? Give people time.
yeah, like after,
They may have to, do some organizational meetings and talk with each other, that type of thing, so we'll give them time to do that, mid-April. I'd rather have it sooner,
I
but
like the tidbits idea, I like the Smyrna School District's awesome, we have the schools, We do, like, what are the organizations we're thinking that we would wanna contact then? So like Boys and Girls Club?
Yeah. Schools, Boys and Girls Clubs, churches, community. Such community organizations such as Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts. Let's see, any of the,
You know what I
Boy
mean?
Scouts, yeah, so Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts
I
both,
got them covered, okay, that would,
but I mean, that age group 13 to 18.
oh, yeah, yeah, that'd be just,
Yeah, so boy and girl.
and. And there's other organizations too that, we have the Little Leagues in Pop Warner, if you want to include them, they're seasonal, usually,
It's how?
PAL,
Oh.
yeah.
So, I'm thinking like what you said about the personal, even just personal with too, like where people know, like if you're talking to somebody, to the Boy Scouts and to somebody with the Girl Scouts, like that's personal, you know them. Does anybody have like I mean, we can still send everything, but I'm just thinking if somebody has a personal connection and goes in and says like, hey, like
Yeah, I
we're
can-
doing this, I just think that that means a little bit
I can
more.
handle the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts both. I have connection with Girl Scouts too, so.
How about like the Boys and Girls Club?
Yeah, I think that should be
Anybody
part
have
of it.
connection? I don't know.
I do.
You do?
The one here in town?
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlotte.
Okay. I'm gonna put you down.
When you get back.
Not till, I mean, we won't put it out until the end of February, so like sometime like early March if we can get. We'll figure out how we're gonna send it out and then just like maybe you can just follow up and say, hey, you should have received this, this is a great opportunity for your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, just that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm even thinking through the library, we could put it out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If it's on the library, and then with their teen programs that they have, they could kind of
Right.
talk.
Of course, check with Rick. I'm sure he'll be.
I'm gonna-
Oh, okay. Looking forward.
There you go. How about Powell?
So he was here.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Warren, yeah.
So I seen him. I don't know. Is he
I think
under
right now
contract?
they're like at their,
Right.
they're like in their
Yeah,
season, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they really are.
So that's Warren that we wanna contact.
And that's probably the best time to get him when he's in season, just to put a bug in his ear.
Just pop up over there, walk
Just-
a friend.
Yeah, just say, hey,
something.
yeah,
I used to spend a lot of time there, so.
and where is it at? From
JBM,
Okay.
they practice with JBM.
Okay.
My son went to school,
Oh, no.
only like December and they were apparently November.
Oh, no.
He's playing ball instead of baseball.
Okay, so Warren is the PAL contact and I mean, sometimes Warren comes to the prayer breakfast. Sometimes. I'll figure out how to reach him. And then Mike's on Boys and Girls, Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, or the
and-
Boys and Girls Club, and you said Charlotte is the person there to contact.
I'm trying to think of someone. I know there is a list that maybe somewhere, that I'm going to check. And it's a master list of organizations in town.
Yeah.
Do we want to just go ahead and cherry pick the youth organizations out of that list for now?
I think so to start.
Yeah, to start,
Yeah,
that's what I can do.
and I'll do the schools.
Since that's gonna be the focus is gonna be on youth. So,
Even if you get like 100 applications.
Use our rubric. Everybody up for some applications? Wouldn't that be a great problem to have, right?
Next meeting, sorting out.
We do a good one.
that would be flooded with applications.
Yeah.
A good problem to have.
That would be a good problem.
What are we gonna do all these applications? I don't know.
All right, and then.
I have a concern. I have a question. Danielle, don't yell at me. Okay.
I'll go back.
Now, from what the mayor has told us, the members of this youth commission must be from within town limits as far.
Yeah, that's what she said she was gonna check on that again.
Yeah, so check with Barrett on that, but I would like to see a ruling being made that we can bring in, since we are including the middle school and the high school and the district, it covers the Smyrna School District. And I think that really should be, I don't want to exclude students at either one of those schools because these happen to live outside town limits. And a lot of the organizations in town have kids that live outside town limits, not necessarily just in town. It's not a requirement for them to live in town to belong to those
Yeah.
organizations.
So right now, we have open to youth 13-18 who live in the town of Smyrna or attend school in the Smyrna School District.
Or who attend school.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is written in there. That was the discussion at the last meeting.
Okay,
So we
so-
revised, she revised it.
Yeah.
All right, so
That's what we have,
Thank
and
you.
but Tabby was gonna check on that also, to
thank you
see.
for clarifying that, because I think that should be it, yeah, it should be people who are in the district. That may still exclude some who live other places outside the district, who are organizations here, but I think that will encompass probably the large majority
Yeah,
of all the kids. I don't see anything in the ordinance or the town charter that would state that even committee members can belong to town.
I thought she-
I do know that to run for town council, you need to be from town of Smyrna.
So we all know the big debacle about
Yeah,
living in the town for more than 3 years. So I will use my choice words wisely right now and just fine tooth comb, like we read the charter, make sure we get the last word from that.
Okay.
yeah, okay,
Right.
because I just like to, let's just be a little bit, inclusive of all the kids that go to Smyrna schools, and, I understand about this council, I fully understand that, and that is in the charter. That's in the charter, right? You got to be what is the wording you use? Kind of domicile within the town, town of
Not
Smyrna.
an address.
So,
I don't wanna get.
Yeah, I know.
What time is it?
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
But,
this time. Yeah, so, I mean, I think we just have to clarify it. I think we've talked about before, like, we want as many students to be
Yeah.
able to be represented and as a diverse a population of students too. So like, if we get the 100 applications, we're gonna have to really look through and say, look at age groups and, diversity, just, we want representation from.
Just to speak of the rubric, I've had a little bit of experience of just going through that and just the length of time to decide, and to go to each section. It takes a good 30-40 minutes, especially if you have more than one voice from the conference. Cause when I've done it, I've been on Zoom calls and, you literally, have to, really break down. And then on top of that, with the application, sometimes they're not filled out correctly. Or you're not looking for the right answer. And it's like, you have to explain within the committee of what they're trying to say. Most of the time, what I experience is that, parents step in to help write these, so, I would just say that don't be surprised that it might be limited of what they put on there. Don't be surprised is that you're like, well, does that really count?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
just,
let the use and discretion.
Yeah.
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 So I had two more questions, if I could.
Yeah,
So the first one was, who would they send it to? And I think that's something that will need to go in Tabby's, and it will need to go on, like, everything. We want to put, who would they send their application to?
email, just like-
Can we?
I don't know, we could create an email address, or I don't know if it should go through the town.
I think maybe that should, yeah.
I mean, obviously,
I think
everything.
maybe it should
we
go
send to
through.
Abby, but I don't know that she's gonna wanna have to receive every single thing.
Oh, I
that comes through
know.
First, and then
I
filter it back
know.
out, so.
Idea of creating email.
how do you create an email?
Oh, you can do that. Mike just did one for.
I just did one for Fellowship Park, yeah.
I was
Oh,
like, I'm like,
I can do another one.
Go on, you,
A
Mike.
list of emails,
Hey, hence the word mic drop, that was pretty.
down before.
Mike dropped. Okay, so how about, we'll check with Tabby on, on this live in Smyrna thing. Living in Smyrna and the school.
Or attending the
And,
school district.
yeah,
I mean, clarification on like that, if you live in the 19977, you might not necessarily be in town, but you're still in Smyrna,
yeah,
so
I
how
don't
do you
know how they,
determine that?
I don't think you have to be like, I think as long as you're a Smyrna resident would be my assumption, and that's just an assumption, but I mean, there are certain parts of Smyrna, like Smyrna City, where it's very much Smyrna, but it's not town limits, but those kids go to Smyrna school.
And what about, I mean, there's no Clayton High School, so I'm assuming that everybody from Clayton goes to Smyrna.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah,
live
Yeah,
in
they go-
Smyrna,
they go-
But,
yeah.
yeah,
yeah, I had a Dover address and my son was.
So,
in
yeah, the
Smyrna.
19938 is also in Smyrna School District.
Like, and we were still Smyrna School District, it was crazy. Um,
is that town, that's, not Townsend?
so,
Like-
what was the other thing?
It's
I wanted to
Clayton.
check with
Yeah.
her?
Are you doing the thing beach thing?
Oh, I know what, like, the other thing was, I'm gonna check with Tabby on who the application be sent to.
Yeah.
The completed application.
And if we want a new email address, okay, I will do that. She needed this week. I'm like holding on to it. So the other, and the questions, Mike, you want them to go to you and to me? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
so I think, would you like for when this, when this commission starts, to have them meet with us on our regular scheduled date first?
Well, I mean, just in working with kids myself, I usually try to, I mean, we've got to follow guidelines. We've got to have 2 adults there, we've got to
Yeah.
have permission slips, we got to do all that stuff. Like, I know all of that from the schools. I feel it's better to meet with the students in the right way,
Mhm.
to explain without something like this, that's more intimidating for the first
It
time.
can be a little bit intimidating,
Yeah.
yeah.
And just to, so that they have, we have time to explain what we're doing, they have time to ask questions, they have time to give input. And, we are gonna have to watch their time too. So if we're asking them to meet for an hour or two, even every other month, like I actually changed this to meetings quarterly, but monthly is needed. Because I think at the beginning, we might wanna meet a little bit more frequently in the summer.
At first,
But then maybe invite them to these meetings. And then later, we could have representation maybe at these meetings of them. But to get them started, I feel like they kind of need to be their own little entity and then invite them. I think definitely invite them, but I don't really want to require them to come.
Yeah, required.
yeah, we're invited here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we might lose people. I mean, they're busy. So I would want to set the meetings around their schedules, like whoever's on there. We would do like a Google form and when can you meet? And we would set the
Mhm.
schedule for these meetings for them around their schedule, not around our schedule.
Right, okay.
And also provide, remote access.
Mhm.
Cause you might have some kids that, have a ride, but they're got the electronic stuff at home and they can dial in. I know they have the capabilities of that.
Yep. So last question was kind of to the point of reviewing the applications. I feel like, it might be nice to have just a subcommittee of us, whoever's interested or, 3 of us, 4 of us to review the applications. What I was thinking is, once we get them in, the 100, since we're gonna have 100, but
Speaking of existence.
Speaking of into existence, I like it, let's do it. So when we have our 100, but that we score them kind of separately on our own and then come together outside of this meeting. And talk about it and rank them and
Yeah,
talk.
I
through
heard,
and-
I like what you're saying because I've been on where you see it and everybody's chiming in.
Yeah,
And it's like,
it's, yeah.
can we make up our mind? Is it 8? Is it
Yeah,
9?
yeah.
And it just, trust me, I've been a part of it. It's not.
Yeah, I've been to like interview committees and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like the idea of doing it separately, bringing it together, everybody kind of throwing theirs out there and then having a discussion. You rank where they are. And then you start having a discussion about that. And And when you're scoring, then it's not, you know, I might tend to be a really high scorer. Jessica might tend to be, you know, to still score students in the same way, but just give a little bit lower scores, right? So it's where they fall on that range that, you know, you're comparing against your own score, you're not comparing against other people's score.
I got a question.
Because a 9 to me might mean a 6 to you, you know,
I got a
or
question.
vice versa.
As far as like conflict of interest.
Yeah.
Mm, We have to be neutral, can't be biased to anyone coming along, correct? We can't recommend.
Well, we have a letter of recommendation as one of the requirements. Mhm.
So you're saying like if you personally or want to vouch for someone, would you?
Yeah, so I know, say if I have, you know, family,
Mhm.
and I know my niece goes to JVM. And I'm like, yeah, I want my niece, but then it's like, I want a committee that's shooing,
Mm.
or do I say, hey, conflict of interest, I can't.
Oh, I see what you're
But she
saying.
would still have to meet all the same criteria as
Mhm.
everybody else. I feel like in that situation, it's still fair because it's not like you're saying, well, this role will apply for you because I know you.
Mhm.
You're still keeping it fair
So
on
I'm
the
saying-
application process. So I feel like that shouldn't matter.
Okay. I just wanted to
Yeah.
get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I think, you know, just we're all gonna look at these and we're gonna look at them neutrally,
Okay.
right? And, you know, and I mean, obviously you'll know something if it were your niece, you would know something about her, obviously, but we're still gonna be, I mean, we could say like with Gabby, I've had some correspondence with her. I don't really know her, but
Yeah.
let's say I did, but I know that she's, you know, really interested and obviously, somebody has a lot of great ideas, so I don't think I exclude myself because I know her, you know what I
Okay,
mean?
I got you.
Yeah, I don't feel bad. Does everybody feel comfortable with that? All right, so who would review then? Who wants to review?
I think I'm in the hand on that, yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely in the hand on that.
You want to? Yeah, do you want to review the application? Or
Yeah.
you already have?
I do.
We'll take like 25, you take like 25, I'll take like 25.
Yeah, you know what,
Actually, I think we would all want to review all of them because
Yeah.
we would
Yeah.
want it to be fair to
Yeah.
everybody.
yeah,
So we'll all have to, everybody who volunteers has to do 100.
just give me two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't, if we get 100, you gotta do 100.
Okay.
You want to wait and see if you want to volunteer?
Cause you know my plate is full.
I know. I'm gonna put Nelson question mark. How's that?
Okay,
You can read the elimination vote or something.
Yeah,
Oh, you want to hang up on a draw between two?
yeah, there you go. He can be the tiebreaker, right? Okay. All right, anything else? Or anybody else? That's it for me. That's my questions.
okay, thank you, Lisa, thank you for all the hard work you've been putting in on this. This is, I am hopeful and excited about this because I think we can actually get this thing going. Ironically, what happened that when I leave this meeting, I'm going to another meeting, which is being led by you,
Oh, yeah.
the scout. It's gonna be a, patrol leaders council meeting. They're having to do plans, you know, the rest of the year, so, that will be, and we just have mentors that sit back and listen,
Mhm.
make sure they stay within the guardrails,
Listen,
you
yeah.
know? And,
Yeah, it's a lot because you still have to provide guidance, but you want to
Yeah.
give them leeway, you know, and I mean, I do a lot of this like professionally, but to me, this is so exciting. I was actually just telling my son on the way over, you know, what we're doing. I said, he's like, oh, that's so cool. You know, growing up here too,
Mhm.
I mean, we need to listen to them. So anyway, I think it'll be a good start, and we're gonna have a lot of things we need to make changes to along the way, and we've got to be flexible, right?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
we'll see where it leads.
I want to say this, and I told the library director this was, there's a book out by Miss Ford, I'm gonna call her Miss Ford,
Mhm.
and it's talking about bridging the gap between age groups.
Oh,
Cause you know, right now, AI is taking over,
no.
and we're losing our kids to AI. So, it's really important for us to be engaged with our youth. Because even in churches,
It'd be really nice to see one day, once the senior commission is established and the youth commission is established, to try to like intermend them, because
Do
so many
something together.
That's-
youth
I'm
need
looking
that
for-
leadership of
yeah.
life, and how many seniors would love to have
Wouldn't that be great?
the young.
Or,
people.
I messed them together a little bit on.
I think it'd be amazing.
Roberta was here.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just so, yeah, I mean, it's really powerful. I just think we just have to be. We just have to be flexible to begin with.
Mhm.
We have to not expect everything like to be absolutely perfect from the
No, it's
beginning,
not
and we
like that.
are working with young people. And there are a lot of variables.
All the time.
Luckily,
All the time.
Yeah. When I was teaching, we used to, every once in a while say, can we just have regular day? And then we're like, wait, this is regular day. Regular day is not regular. day. Yeah, so, anyway,
Okay,
thank you all. Yeah,
thank you.
thank you too.
I do, there's other things I do want to bring up. Yeah, I don't go in order a lot, but, letter D, Asbury Fellowship Park, has been created. I guess everyone knows where that is. And it's, that's something else that, it's looking, very hopeful and excited about. We're already making plans for activities there, so, hopefully that'll, but it's just it's a private park, however, so it's gonna be open to the community. So it's gonna be another resource for people in Smyrna, so, and I think that the way that whole thing has developed has been, it's been like almost like a seamless transition, Lisa. It's been like this smooth, real smooth,
I'll say,
yeah.
should we mention, you want me to mention what we're planning on the 9th of May?
Yes.
Okay, so Asbury Fellowship Park, if you're not aware, is actually right by Glenwood Cemetery. There's a lot, so the Asbury Methodist Church owns the cemetery and then the lot beside it. So we would have outdoor services there. Fast forward, we decided the electronic sign that's out there now, in order to have an electronic sign there, you have to have a structure. And so we would bring in for our services, we would like bring in the trailer and, you know, have the band up there and all that stuff. So we put the structure there for the, there's the structure, the stage, and then there's actually a labyrinth. Is that my sign?
It's a labyrinth there, yeah.
Yeah, well, anyway, there's one of those things. So, that's a permanent structure now, and so, you know, Asbury will still be using it, but what we did is we incorporated it, under, LLC, so that we could have other organizations using it also. And so there's a small board that's kind of getting that thing started, and so we're gonna have a kickoff. We're planning, got a whole action plan for May 9th. And it's gonna be from like 12 to 3. We actually meet again in February to kind of finalize some of this stuff. What we're gonna do for the kickoff is to ask all the churches and organizations in town, especially the churches, for if they want to provide music. So if they want to have like a choir or another group or something and do like 10-minute things. We're gonna ask the Bridge to be there. They're planning on doing like a live broadcast, and then we're gonna ask the community if they want to put tables up. So like we might want to have something there. We're gonna try to do something for kids, like bouncy house or something fun for kids. We're gonna try to get food trucks and just make it a grand opening and community celebration. So this one will have kind of a, you know, religious twist a little bit, because we're asking the church, for music, but anybody can use it. So there's actually an application, there's, terms of use, we have bylaws, we have all that stuff that's out there. So if somebody wants to have, one of the things we talked about is like, people used to have like cornhole tournaments. If Legion wanted to have a cornhole tournament there or something, then they could come in and have a cornhole tournament. So we're gonna get like a calendar events. We're hoping that, we'll get like maybe some regular concert series in the summer that people will come out to. And that the people will just start using it for different things. I mean, and it could be. I mean, there, like I said, there's an application process and you gotta go through that anyway. So this is kind of the kickoff to let the community know about it, try to get some people out. And we thought going through the churches, I would bring people out to see them anyway, if they were singing and that type of thing. And then have, like I said, some stuff for the kids and some food. Food
That's
always brings
awesome.
people out. Smyrna Night Out, they're planning on using that stage for like one of the bands.
One of the bands, yeah.
Now, so anyway, that's what's
And
going
what
on.
that does is it sort of spreads out Smyrna Night a little bit. Now you'll be out over by the, by the cemetery, you'll be downtown, you'll be in other places too, so I think that's, that'd be great.
Mhm.
You can get a band out there that day.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so the
You're
first
gonna
one will be,
that why they separated it, what's your transportation thoughts?
for Smyrna Night Out,
Cause
I don't know, I don't know.
It's really only 2 blocks. Like if you're at Payne and Steve, which a lot of things happen in that area, there's a stage in
Oh,
front of
that's
Smyrna
true.
Fire Company. Like if you walk down the street next to the old Payne and Steve and then you come down, you come right up by the American Legion.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
2 blocks and then you have to cross Glenwood. I
that's
think the
some-
biggest concern with that would just be crossing
oh,
Glenwood.
yeah.
But that might be something that they might have an officer there or something.
Yeah, they might have
because-
somebody to help.
That's my patrol.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I know that Tabby mentioned it at our meeting that they were planning on doing that, but I don't know any of the particulars.
I mean, they walk
But
from all over downtown, so. It seems far, but when you're, as someone who walks all over town, it's not too far with the straighter cross.
People with disabilities.
Yes, yeah.
absolutely.
You would, like,
Yes.
need,
The only good thing with that is like with Smyrna at night, it's tricky to drive around downtown because of everything being kind of sectioned off, but with that, they would like, Glenwood would still be open, so people would be able to actually probably drive over that way versus like if you're trying to get to Smyrna at night, you have to park and walk into town or whatever.
I park across the street from where I live, only because I don't wanna walk, but I don't get much closer than where I live.
Mhm.
I live right on the corner of Main Street, so I get it, right by the medical center. They shut my whole block down for Smyrna at night.
So I'm right by the KFC, and I will just drive across the street and park it, just so I don't have to deal with going across the street at nighttime.
Mhm.
But, parking is terrible in Smyrna.
Mhm.
There's isn't enough available.
There's things being worked on for that in different ways, but hopefully that will get better.
You could have a stage at your house.
A stage at my house, I thought that sounded like hot dogs or something.
There you go.
Yeah, something anyway.
Okay, I know it's been talked about, for town events, they get flyers out. Not only through Smyrna Tidbits, but also through social media. Posting everything at town hall, whatever other sources are out there. Also posting flyers around town, in different businesses and everything. That is something which I'd like to talk to Patty about, to see, since they're town events, to see, what business issue we think we should be using. And on those flyers, what I'd like to see, if we've had anything to do with it, to have some type of acknowledgement on that flyer that, co-sponsored or sponsored, whatever, by, Parks and Recreation Committee, Town of Smyrna. I think just giving us a little recognition for some of the work that we do on this. Yeah, we had nothing to do with it, and we shouldn't be on there, but, I just think, a little bit of acknowledgement, whatever it might be. It also gets us out there more, too. It gets our name out there a little bit more. People are starting to hear about us a little more than what they used to. They're asking a lot of questions. Some people think we actually are employees of the town of Smyrna. I have told them, well, not yet. Mr. Drew has not, proved that yet for us. But,
We're counting on that.
That's what I'm like.
so, And so there is a master calendar for the three towns that is out. I have a link to that. I think anything that we plan, either for Asbury or for this, really, we could just dump it all, funnel it all right into that calendar. The youth council, when they start meeting, and they probably know events that we don't even think of, that are going on, they could also add to that calendar too. So, and, you know, I'd like to talk to Roberta about, he plans a lot out there at Mount Air, and, you know, I know she plans trips and everything. Maybe we can mention to her if she wanted, maybe have, to experiment a little bit and post one of them publicly on her trips, see what happens. Maybe some other seniors in town or other people in town might be interested. Okay. Any other business for tonight? The floor is yours, Pam. Public comment time.
Oh, yeah, hold on.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Yeah,
What involvement is Parks and Rec's gonna be with the 250-year anniversary?
a lot, hopefully. I could get more direction on that. I'm not sure how much the town's gonna be about. I'm not clear on it right now, of what, so. Maybe, did anyone heard anything?
I just said, Tabby was talking about like planning things out. Sure.
Yeah, I'm not clear. I'm not clear on exactly the details of all that, so. We should be,
Planning.
and we'll see what. So we can do, I think that would be. Anything else tonight? Danielle? Anything?
Nothing that I'm aware of.
Okay, I have February 18th. Next meeting, double check.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. That's the 18th. 6 PM right here.
Good time. You are. We need you.
A little bit of your energy, please.
I always said if I could, we could bottle
Especially
it.
this time of day.
6 o'clock next meeting.
6 o'clock next meeting. Motion for adjournment? Second?
Second.
Okay, we are adjourned until 6 PM on the 18th.
Stay warm.
Yeah.
Yes, everyone be safe this weekend.
What's the predictions of? 2 feet?
Where-
Love it.